So how are we going today, my friends? I did a bloody video the other day on this little 145 amp MIG welder. Well, actually, it's a MIG welder, it's an arc welder, and it's a TIG welder, but my TIG welding sucks like shit, so we won't bother about the TIG welding. You know what? I've never actually learned how to TIG weld. Mind you, I haven't really learned how to arc weld or MIG weld either. I just stick shit together in the shed. You know how it is. I see in some of those comments that you left on that video that a lot of you guys are interested in learning to weld, but you don't know really how to start and how much it's going to cost and that sort of shit. This machine here is like a budget machine. It's about 145, 150 US dollars. And if you want to learn to weld, there's absolutely nothing wrong with this whatsoever. But if you're looking for just something a little bit more powerful, but you don't want to spend an extra $100 or something like that, because who the hell wants to spend that sort of money when you're just learning to weld? Fucking sure I don't anyway. I mean, when I first learned to weld, here, where is the bloody thing? Here, I'll show you. It's over here somewhere in the junk. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh. Check this out, guys. This is what I learned to stick weld on. You know, I didn't even have a spare 150 bucks, so I brought this down at a local yard sale or garage sale or whatever the hell you call it, depends where you're living. You know, when I brought it, it didn't even have leads, so I just made a couple of leads up, and I bought an electrode holder online and just had a play, and that's how I ended up getting into welding. I think I paid about 20 bucks for this old buzz box, and she's still going. 15 years bloody later. So if you wanted to spend a little bit more than 145 bucks and you just want to be able to weld something just, you know, a little bit thicker, I mean, this is ideal. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with this whatsoever. You can be welding up 3-4 mil plate, not a problem. But if you're gonna go and get into like manufacturing trailers, or you just want to fix your trailer, or you got something, like I said, just a little bit thicker, you know what I mean, eh? Just stuff like this. It's just that little bit thicker, and it just gives you a few more options to repair shit in your garage. Because you never know when you might want to fix a trailer, or you might want to weld up a gate, or all sorts of shit. And I tell you what, my friends, once you learn to weld, you're going to find a whole lot of repairs that you can do that you never ever thought of before. Welding's really, really awesome, eh? I really love this shit, eh? Yeah! So this little machine is the 9th generation. If you're running it on 220 volt, you can get 145 amp out of it, which is still enough, like I said, to weld, you know, 3 or 4 millimeters. If you're doing light fabrication, absolutely no problemo whatsoever. But let's see what you get, for argument's sake, for an extra 20 or 30 bucks. So this one is an 11th generation 165 amp MIG welder, MMA or arc welding, and TIG. Like I said, my TIG sucks, so we won't mention the TIG. I might actually learn to TIG weld one day. Actually, some of you guys are pretty good welders out there, eh? Put in the comments below, how easy is it to start to learn to TIG weld? And of course, Flux-Core MIG welding, so you don't even need to use the bloody gas with it, which is El Cheapo, which is my style. Actually guys, I started off using CO2 as a shielding gas for my MIG, but I've just gone to Flux-Core now. It's just a hell of a lot easier. The machines seem to be a lot smaller these days. You can drag it around outside. It'll work in a little bit of wind because it doesn't blow your freaking shielding gas away. So I'd stick with Flux-Core welding, but that's just me. Just easier to learn, cheaper to set up, no gas bottle. Plug the bloody thing in and you wait. Oh shit, almost knocked my beer over. Speaking of beer, hey, I'd really like to say thanks to a couple of 3 people who brought me some beers last week. It's really, really awesome of you guys, eh? Mateo V. I'm sorry, mate, if I butchered your name, but you know how it is. Even without drinking the shit, my pronunciation's not that clever. And you said you wanted a hat, mate. I'll do my bloody best to get you one, my friend. Yeah! And Robin Hudson as well. You're an awesome dude. And don't worry, mate. Oh, no intention of dropping the bloody thing. And Mark, you too as well, mate. Thanks for the nice comment that I deserve my beer. And thank you once again for keeping the workshop lubricated. So if any of you other fellas or fellesses want to buy a Peter beer to keep them lubricated in the workshop, I'll put a link. It'll be there somewhere as long as I don't have too many of these and actually forget to put it in like I did last time. But anyway, that's a different story. Make sure you put your name and where you're from so I can call you out properly on the next video. So this one costs about 190 bucks, and I don't think it was on special. So you might be able to get it cheaper if it is on special. So we'll see what we've got. have a look. This one here is the big brother to the other one I just showed you. And a little bird tells me that they're about to release a 215 amp version of this, but it's more like an industrial TIG MIG machine, because I think that'll be really awesome to look out for as well if you want to go up one stage or maybe 2 or 3 stages even further. So we'll keep an eye out for that bugger as well. So this one is the 11th generation, and turn them on. Yee-haw! We're running on 220 volts and we get 165 amps. You guys know what I mean, eh? Sometimes you just need that extra bit of push. So what actually comes with it for 190 bucks? Well, let's have a bloody look, see. I love getting new stuff. Get out there. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We've got a 2-meter hose here. One end plugs in the back of the machine. The other end plugs into your gas bottle. So that way you can use the machine for gas shielded welding as well. It's pretty cool. Fuck. And I just spilt my beer. It's starting to smell like a brewer in here. We have got one earth lead clampy thing. We've got one electrode holder for our arc welding. We have got, what the hell is that? Oh, we've got a shoulder strap. Hey guys, I'll be able to wear it over my bloody shoulder like a handbag. Yeah! People think I'm weird enough already. Imagine wearing that down the street. We have got a destruction manual. Got some spare drive rollers, which is always handy. We've got a tip remover, which is about as useless as tits on a bull. And you know what? I think we even get a couple of rolls of bloody wire with it. What do we got? We've got half a kilo of wire that you're gonna need shielding gas to use. And hopefully they've given us, yee-haw! That's what Pete was looking for. Of course, they don't know when you buy these machines whether you're going to use it with gas or without gas. So it's pretty cool that you get 2 options to start off with. Because you know what? Nothing worse than getting a new machine from the bloody courier and you go out the workshop, you plug the bastard in, and then you realise you haven't got all the bits to make it go. So at least we've got 2 sorts of wire here. So no matter what we're using, we can still play with it. Flux-Core, 1mm, half a kilo. I think that deserves a beer. They look almost bloody identical. Generation 9, Generation 11, MiG 145, MiG 165. So let's kick them in the guts and see what they look like. See if there's any difference. As you can see, we've got 165 amps, and this one here is the maximum of 145 amps. The 165 amp machine is slightly bigger than the 145 amp one, but the controls on the front are almost bloody identical. But you know what? The magic happens inside the bloody box. Different generation of machine gives you more power, and they just seem to improve them all the bloody time. 145 amp, 165 amp. You wouldn't think that would make that much difference, but it makes a really big difference if you're welding thicker stuff. You know, 20 amps here, 20 amps there. You know that, guys, you can never get enough, eh? Anyway, my friends, I was going to set up the wire on this welder here just so I could show you how a few amps makes all the difference, but this video is getting way too long and I'm running out of beer, so we can do the comparison next time. Remember guys, if you like my videos, remember to subscribe, remember to join Pete's Tools, and thanks to all those people who brought me a beer. It's really, really awesome. It's really awesome. Cheers my friends, and we shall see you next time.